Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mike in real life, and today, what I want to do is, in college, what my friends like to do a lot of times was try to convince me that I was a hipster. And some of the reasons were like I wore a shoestring belt instead of a real belt, but that was because I didn't own a belt, and so I didn't have a belt at college, and I had a ton of shoestring laces because I'm a cross-country runner. So at the meets, New Balance would come to the meet and give away these free neon colored shoelaces, and of course you just go up and grab like 50 of them. Anybody who runs cross country and has been in that situation knows that you just grab as many as you can and run away with it, because that's what they're there for. And other reasons were like some of the music I listen to, which, alright, a lot of the music I listen to not a lot of people have heard of, but it's not because it's super underground. It's just because I go on Spotify and go to the related artist, and then go to the top right and go to related artist until I find new music that I haven't heard of yet, because I like to expand upon my music. But I listen to things from like Frank Sinatra to hip hop to Blink-182. So, it's not that. It's just I like to listen to a lot of different types of music and other things like that. And they're like, well, you're denying you're a hipster, which means you're a hipster, and stuff like that. So I went on the internet, browsed a bunch of different websites, got a bunch of different potential reasons why someone may not be a hipster. So let's get started. As I take out my totally vintage notepad, which you have to hand write on as opposed to a digital electronic device. So let's go. Let me just open this up. You might be a hipster if you have a triangular tattoo. Nothing on that arm. Nothing on that arm. Sorry. You might be a hipster if you know when Earth Day is. April 22nd. Bam. I got it. Woo! Because it's my birthday. You might be a hipster if you have an ironic mustache. Come on. You might be a hipster if you have 20/20 vision and still wear glasses. You couldn't even pay me to wear one of those thick-rimmed black glasses because they look so silly when they don't have frames. Looking at you, LeBron. You might be a hipster if VHS is better. VHS can stay in the dumpster where it belongs because we got some digital storage on our very high-tech PCs, which we can just stream instantly. Much more convenient. You might be a hipster if you've ever said, I liked that before it was cool. Guilty here, guys. I say that all the time. Not because I'm trying to be a hipster, but because it's really annoying when the popularity, or the mass amount of people, 20 months after something has come out, finally realizes that it exists and goes, wow, this is super cool, and then listens to it every single day on the radio until it's no longer fun to listen to. Shame on you. You might be a hipster if you want to sit on a stoop and smoke. I ain't no stoop kid. I can get off my stoop, and I don't smoke. Case closed. You might be a hipster if you have and use Tumblr. I have used Tumblr a few times to browse my friends' Tumblrs, but I do not own a Tumblr. Actually, well, I technically do, but I've never actually used my own Tumblr. I made it one day because I thought I was going to use Tumblr, and then I never did. Get at me. You might be a hipster if your room is papered with Polaroids. Although that sounds like a beautiful idea to have pictures of, in Polaroid form all around my room, I don't have any. Would I do that? Probably. Yeah, I probably would. You might be a hipster if you have that white boy afro. You know what I'm saying? I have been saying this for years, that if I could have an afro, I totally would, because let's be honest, afros are sick. But no, I don't. I have very straight hair, not afro at all. You might be a hipster if you work and or live at Starbucks. I make fun of people who go to Starbucks a lot, and I hate coffee. So, yeah, I pretty much live there. No, I don't. I don't even think I've even been in a Starbucks. Actually, I lied. I've been in a Starbucks once because I had to pee. And it was in Center City, Philadelphia. Find it. You might be a hipster if you fiercely boycotted Twilight. I have not, will not, nor will I ever read a Twilight book. Not because it's totally hipster to not do it, because saying you're hipster makes you less hipster, but because they're poorly written books. I enjoy well-written literature, and that is not. You might be a hipster if you buy or work from American Apparel. Guilty as charged here. I do own clothes from American Apparel. I really enjoy their sweaters. Their sleeves fit wonderfully. They're not baggy. They're fitted. It's wonderful. Guilty. Let me just flip this page here. You might be a hipster if you love Wes Anderson. This is a funny one because I personally haven't seen a lot of Wes Anderson films. I don't even think I've ever seen any Wes Anderson films. But one of my friends at college is absolutely obsessed with Wes Anderson. You might be a hipster if you own a pair of Toms. I do not own a pair of Toms. In fact, I prefer a classic white slip-on Vans. All right, those things are classy. And would I ever own a pair of Toms? Probably not. There's just not enough material on that shoe to go around, which is the point of the shoe, but I live in the Northeast. Snow, Toms really don't mix. You might be a hipster if you misuse the word ironic, as in my ironic mustache on my face. No, I don't I'm sure I have misused the word ironic, but not with the intention of talking about something that totally was not ironic, like a t-shirt or a mustache, unless, something about the t-shirt was actually ironic. But they're not. So no, I don't. You might be hipster if that band you listened to was totally cred before they all went mainstream and sold out. I'm a big fan of Blink-182. I'm a big fan of All Time Low. They both have gained more popularity as the years have gone on. Some people still haven't heard of either one of them, which is just a shame in my world. To not have heard Blink-182, are you kidding me? You can leave. You can get out. You can just stop. No, I have no problem. They have beautiful music. They have great music, fun to listen to, and you should check them both out if you haven't heard of them. Because if you haven't heard of them, you probably won't be friends with me ever. So you may want to know them. Every song by heart. Alright, well, the rest of these on this list are like acting careers or living in Brooklyn. I don't know. There's been enough examples. I clearly am not a hipster. So, but you guys heard the responses. You guys heard the questions. You guys can decide if you believe I'm hipster or not. If there are... Did you just see that? Did you just see that? No, but you guys can leave comments, see if there's any other reasons that you may think that I or anybody else is a hipster. You may be a hipster if blah, 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 and leave it in the comments or what have you. Have fun with it. Thanks for watching. You guys can decide. Anyways, have a nice day, and adios. Why does this always happen? There. My poster to my totally underground clothing company is back on the wall.